question is if we now give up the idea or reform the EU. And I'm in favor of reforming the EU.
You used to support the notion of an ever closer union leading to a federal concept of Europe. Are you now renouncing that idea?
No, absolutely not. Listen, you used the term that I am a European federalist. I never in my life used it that I'm a European federalist. When I was a young boy with 18 years, I thought United Nations of Europe, United States of Europe is a kind of United States of America on European territory. Today, as a mature man, I know that you can't transform a German into a Californian. So I'm very realistic, and therefore I think we should, if we don't speak about competences, let's speak about responsibilities. National and local responsibilities will remain to be very important, and we should take into account that some things are better to solve on a regional or national level. But the free trade agreement between the European Union and the United States of America must be dealt between Europe and the United States. I think there is an overwhelming majority in the European Parliament for a federal Europe. Perhaps more people in the European Parliament are in favor of a federal Europe than in some of the member states. In yours, for example, I think it is the other way around. And the members of the European Parliament are, with a broad majority, European federalists like myself. And I found the description that we need a federation of nation states. I would even, I myself, go a little bit more far than Barroso did today. We need a kind of political union, which is a real European federation.
Could a federal Europe happen without the people of the individual nation states being consulted in referenda?
I think we must win the trust and the confidence of people to create a political union exactly by explaining what we mean with a political union. We are often discussing terms nobody understands, and therefore, very shortly to explain what I understand as a federal union, political union in Europe. The single member states of the European Union alone are no longer able to manage some of the major challenges of the 21st century: climate change, migration, international worldwide speculation on currencies, the worldwide trade relations. These are dimensions beyond the capacity of a single member state of the European Union to solve it alone. Exactly for these areas, for such challenges, we need a strong, united Europe with common institutions. All the other things we can easily manage on the level of the national state.
You say there's a big majority in the European Parliament for a federal Europe. Doesn't that merely illustrate how out of touch the European Parliament is with European public opinion, where there is very little evidence that the peoples of Europe want a federal Europe?
You should not mix the public opinion in your country with the public opinion in other countries. There are other countries with high majority in favor of more and deeper integration of Europe. In my country, all the political parties, the right-wing parties like the left-wing parties, are in favor of a deepening of the European Union. Just yesterday, the German Foreign Affairs Minister, the Spanish Foreign Affairs Minister, the Belgian Foreign Affairs Minister here in the European Parliament came to the conference of the group chairman to support us with a project they presented the European Parliament, to the European Parliament, for a more and deeper integrated Europe.
If there is such a public clamour for a federal Europe and much deeper integration, if that's the case, why is turnout for the European parliamentary elections so low and has fallen now consistently below 50%? Half the people of Europe don't even bother to vote for you.
I think one of the problems of European election is that all the national parties, including my own party, in my country like in your country, considered European election always as an instrument of a censure of the acting government. And the second point is a lot of people believe that the European Parliament has a low influence on lawmaking in Europe, which is one of the biggest misunderstandings in public life in Europe. But we are on the way to change it. The next European election, Barroso just today explained it twice in his speech, will organized on another level. The next Commission's president, on the basis of the Lisbon Treaty, will be elected by the European Parliament. And therefore the big political family, the Social Democrats, the Liberals, Conservatives, Christian Democrats, Greens, will present list leaders who are list leaders for whole Europe, with the goal that those leaders who will get a majority in the European Parliament will become, man or woman, the next president of the European Commission. And then we have an election campaign which is similar to the national election campaign. A right-winger and a left-winger with his program running against each other to get the majority in the Parliament. And that will increase the participation and the attention, participation in the election and the attention to the election campaign. The members of the European Parliament are, with a broad majority, European federalists like myself, European federalists like myself, European federalists like myself, European federalists like myself,